Grand Rising, Grand Rising, my brothers and my sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens from the four corners of the earth, Grand Rising. Thank you for tuning in to our other episode of Ocean of Truth with your host, your boy himself, Ra Benu. And today we'll be having an interesting topic about why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. And also my 6 observations, my 6 reasons why it's not evil. My observation, what I self-studied and observed for myself. Yes. Don't forget, thanks for watching once more. Like and subscribe, hit that like button, share, comment, keep it civilized, because any uncivilized stuff will be getting blocked immediately. So let's get into it. Yes, my people. Yes, my people. Today is a very interesting topic and it's going about something what is a misconception for a very long time. And as you can see, I'm out here in the park in nature, in a park behind my house. And just join the frequency and the energies, or may I say the sacred forces of just being outside in nature. Yes, I'll share to that. So my 6 reasons why praying to the elements of nature is not evil and it's not demonic. This is my 6 takes on it. And this is what I self observe. Number 1, when praying to the elements or federating the elements of the earth or worshiping the elements of the earth, you're giving appreciation of creation. Yes, that's what I observe. We appreciate the spiritual warriors, spiritual people, men and females likewise. We in nature appreciate creation. Yes, that's it. And from appreciating creation, right? Why is not evil? The elements. Why is not evil? Because we appreciate creation. Whereas when we pray to the elements of the earth, we as spiritual beings, we see it as respecting mama, respecting the mother, which is earth itself that sustains life. Yes. So we see earth as mama. Without earth, yes, nothing wouldn't exist. All of us, we came through a mother, yeah? Or we wouldn't be born. So, not like the religious people to debunk their misconception, where their Bible says the heavens and the earth declare his glory and these type of things else. They're like trying, like how they have it in a religion is like nature is a witness to somebody glory. Like nature illustrates or nature is a witness to somebody glory. That's not so. Never. Because we all know where religion came from, and we all know scientifically that before religion and all these things, people was already spiritual and people was federating the elements of the earth. Our forefathers, our Asian fathers, that's what they was doing. So praying to the elements of the earth is seen as respect to Mother Earth. Because yes, Mother Earth sustains life. It's also a practice. It's not fetish or it's not evil. It's a practice of gratitude for nourishment and life-sustaining resources. So praying to the elements of the earth could never be evil because, like I just said, it's a practice of gratitude for nourishment of life and life-sustaining resources. So I mean, while some pray to imaginary beings, while some go into buildings to go, like they say, they go in to pray to their God. The spiritual beings, we come out in nature and the Creator talk to us. We go at the water side and the Creator talk to us. We go out, we see the sunrise and the Creator talk to us. We go outside, walk through the park, walk through the trees, let the wind blow, and the Creator, He talks to us. Yes. So that was number one, my take on it. Gratitude, appreciation of creation, and that is a practice of gratitude. Number two, stewardship. Now, a lot of us probably don't know what stewardship. If you're watching this video, you could even go look it up. What is the meaning of stewardship? We are stewardship of these elements, which is protectors of life-sustaining resources. We are guardians of light. We are the protectors of the environment. We are the stewardship of earth. So that's why praying to the elements of earth is not evil, because we, Creator, give us the powers to protect nature, protect the elements of the earth, to protect our natural resources and our ecosystems, not polluting the waters, not polluting nature, not throwing garbage just outside and just, you know, just living like a kind of uncivilized kind of way. No, we have to know that we are guardians and we are stewardship of this earth, of this planet. So we need to protect it by all means necessary. Yes, that's my second one of observing why it's not evil when you pray or venerate or worship the elements of the earth. Number three, my third one, what I observe is why it cannot be evil is, the third one is a connection. Praying to the elements of the earth gives us a divine connection. Is a connection, yes. And it gives us a divine connection with divinity itself. It connects us to the divine and its creative powers. So connection, praying to the elements of the earth, it gives us a connection to divinity and divinity creative powers. So it could never be evil, demonic, or fetish, because it's a connection to divinity. Yes, we have to pray to these things. Yes, we have to federate it. Yes, we have to worship it. Yes, yes, the earth. Yes, the air. Yes, the sun. Yes, the moon. We have to do it. Yes. When they go into buildings and they're doing all sort of type of rubbish, you know, they don't hear. I wouldn't be the one to tell them anything about it, but a lot of them, a lot of bandwagon people, they need to stop talking things they don't study or they don't look up for themselves. Okay, because their Bible is just, if you look in the Bible really good and you study it really good, you will see that's our Ancient Father practices, especially the Old Testament. But that's for the other video. Anyhow, it could never be evil because it gives us a connection with the divine. It gives a connection with the divine source. It gives us a connection with divinity and divinity creative powers. Yes, that's what it does. Working with the elements is a way to honor the earth. When you're working with them, is that you're honoring the earth. You know, you have to honor your mother. Yeah, honor. Same Bible tell you, some of your Christians too, to honor your mother and father. Why I don't only read one part and don't understand the other part? Not that I'm here trying to push any Bible narrative, or cause I don't have no Bible. Let me be honest. I'm a full-time practitioner, and all I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to just debunk this misconception what they have. Working with the elements is a way to honor the earth, pushing your willpower and intention. Intent is everything. Pushing your willpower and intention into earth frequency can let humanity live in balance with nature. That's why praying to the elements is not evil. When we go by the water, we push our will and our intent our intention into the water element. When we walk, word sound is power. When we push our words and thoughts into the air and the atmosphere, in the earth, when we walk in nature and we pushing our willpower into nature, can change and ripple things, make a ripple effect into our reality, into our daily lives. That's why it's not evil when you pray to the elements of the earth. It's not fetish and it's not demonic. Yes. Other one, what I wanted to touch on is that, let me get it right up here, is also the elements of the earth is a manifestation of the divine source and an expression of creative powers. Yes, the elements of the earth is a manifestation of the divine source and an expression of its creative powers. That's why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil, it's not demonic, and it's not fetish. We need to be connecting, venerating, and trying to have a personal connection with these elements. And we are also a representation of these elements. These same elements can be found in us: earth, air, water, and fire. Yes, the elements of the earth is a manifestation of the divine source, an expression of its creative powers. Yes. Number 3 is connection, because yes, we realize that we have, when we federate these elements, it gives us a divine connection with the creator itself, with divinity, with a life force, however you want to call it. Yes, yes. Olodumare, with Amera, with the one who created and molded us. Yes, it gives us a divine connection with divinity and its creative powers. Number 4, why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. Cultural traditions. When you study cultural traditions, what you get out of cultural traditions is they view the elements of the earth as aspects of gods and deities. Yes, they view them as aspects of gods and deities. Many Asian cultural and historical traditions revered the elements as aspects of God and deities, viewing the earth, rivers, and natural elements as sacred. Because it is sacred. Because in the beginning, there was no religion. Let me just say it like that. I would just say, like, in the beginning, and there was the water, or in the beginning, let it be like, no. In the beginning, there was no religion. There was no lies. People used to live the organic way. So, the cultural traditions, our forefathers, our Asian, African forefathers and mothers, they view the elements of the earth as sacred. That's why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. Because my forefathers, cultural traditions, historical traditions, viewed the elements of the earth as sacred, which gives which debunk it again, the misconception, and let you know that praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. Yeah? Stay with me. Don't stay with me right now. Just stay with me. Just stay with me. Just stay with me. In many spiritual and naturalistic traditions is a practice of gratitude, connection, and stewardship of the natural world. Yes. So in the cultural traditions, that's how our forefathers had viewed it. Right? They viewed it as a practice of gratitude, a practice to connect, and a practice of stewardship of the natural world. And that's why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. Number 5 was also joins with number 4, historical traditions. And historical traditions view the elements sacred. And I just touched up on a couple of them historically. they viewed the elements of the earth as sacred because they used to live in nature. They was organic. They used to eat clean and eat good. So historically, when I studied in a historical part, they viewed the elements of the earth as sacred. And if you know what is sacred, you know what is sacred. Sacred. Sacred is something really, highly sacred. Not many people could like sacred, like, oh, it's like diamonds and pearls. Yeah, man, sacred. And that's what I got out of the historical traditions. And that is the number 5, the 5th one, which debunks the misconception that praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. The last one, natural perspective. A natural perspective, meaning natural perspective. The way naturally, how I see it, naturally, how my spiritual warriors, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens see it also. Yeah, natural perspective. And from observing it from a natural perspective, we know that sacred force that bridge the physical world to the spiritual realm. That is the elements of the earth. It's the sacred forces that bridge the physical world to the spiritual realm. And that's why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. Yes, it's not evil. Practitioners, many practitioners all over the world often view the elements as sacred forces that bridge the physical and spiritual realms, providing stability and harmony, not evil. You understand? Is a sacred force that bridges the physical world to the spiritual realm, providing stability and harmony, not evilness. Yes, let me debunk the misconception from a lot of them, many of them, YouTubers, many of them out and about, let's be talking some craziness. Let me debunk it. It's a recognition. When you recognize somebody, recognition of divine creation. It is viewed by many as a way to connect with the divine source through the material world, which is this 3D dimension. Yes, Earth is the material world, right? So we know that from the natural perspective, when you look at it from a natural perspective, is recognizing the divine creation is divine. Let me just say so. Recognizing that creation is divine and is an aspect of gods and deities. And through creation, we can see the divine source. And that's why praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. And furthermore, we federate them and we worship them to have a deeper understanding and a deeper connection so we could have a better and a more tighter relationship with the divine, with the life force, with divinity. Yes. So yes, people, just know a lot of misconceptions sometimes is be out and about. But don't worry, Ocean of Truth, your host, Ra Benu, I'm out here to debunk all these misconceptions, allowing my spiritual warriors and my brothers in the 4 corners of the earth who doing the work also. Intent is everything. Don't forget, intent is everything what you do. In life, at your job, in relationships, even in spirituality is the most important thing. Intentions. Intent. Now, it's a difference between federating and worshiping the elements of the earth. Because federating is honoring the elements, while worshiping is viewing them as the supreme being, or, like I said, aspects of gods and deities. So it's 2 different things. But we federate them and we worship them. Yes, that's what we do. That's what they do. That's what we do. Yes. Now, there's a couple of things, also 6 other things that we all have to know when we are talking or dealing with the elements, that We can't focus on one element because it will give us a imbalance if we focus only on one of them. Just know the earth has 4 elements, so we work with all 4 elements. Like how a car have 4 wheels to have it stable. The earth, number 4, stability. North, south, east, west, stability. So you need to work with all 4. You need to work with all 4. You can't drive a car with 1 tire. So you need to be working with all 4. And focusing and using the elements for healing, growth, and alignment. That's what we got to focus when we're using them for. Healing, growth, and alignment. The more you practice and work with all 4 elements properly, can align you with natural energies. Yes, the more you practice with it, the more you federate with it, the more you worship it. Yes. And work properly with the 4 elements, you can align with natural energies. Yes. View the elements as a bridge and stepping stone to the divine source. That's how you got to view the elements of the earth, as a bridge, as a stepping stone to the divine source. And just know, when working properly with it, it offers a direct, tangible way to experience a spiritual connection within the material world, which is this 3D dimension. Yes, my people. And that was my take on why, right, praying to the elements of the earth is not evil. You know, a lot of people talking that, or praying, or if you're praying to the tree, or you're doing water offerings, or you're out and about in nature and whatever. They'd like to talk a lot of BS. Praying to the elements of earth is not evil. It's a bridge to divinity. We need to do it. We need to be federating it. We need to be worshiping it. We need to be doing rituals with the elements. We need to have the elements in our house, on our altars, on our shrines. Yes. So yes, my brothers and sisters, this was the one for today, you know. This was the one for today. I ain't going to stay long. Anyways, anyhow, we out here still enjoying, watching the sun setting. Yeah, the nice sun. When some of them say it's fetish, it's demonic or whatever, we spiritual beings, guardians of light, we come out and we watch the sun set, just like how we watch it rise. Just how we come out in noonday, take our shoes off, ground ourselves. You know, we spiritual beings know what we just do to keep us balanced, to keep us on track. You understand? So for my people out there, some may just be watching this video and some might have, or some people who was watching the video might have that misconception in their mind. From watching this video, I hope you learned something, and I hope right now you'll be thinking even different about the matter. This was my take on the matter. This was my 6 reasons why it's not evil praying to the elements of the earth. And you know, so I hope someone heard the message. Aim about the messenger is about hearing a message and getting a message. And I hope someone get a message today. Thank you once more. Thank you for tuning in to Ocean of Truth once more with your host, Rabenu. And like I said, there's a lot of misconceptions here out in the world, but Ocean of Truth, we got you covered. And your host, Rabenu, he got you covered too. So I'll be coming with videos to debunk a lot of this misconception out here. And this is one of them. So after today, just know, go out in nature, ground yourself, go out in nature. You hearing that? You hearing those words? Go out in self and federate with nature. Federate with the elements. Worship the elements, man. Yeah, man. You hear that bird? Oh, federate with the elements of the earth. Worship the elements of the earth. Yes, it's not demonic, it's not fetish, it's not evil. Don't let nobody fool you. Know your way, know yourself. Because one have to know thyself, then you're going to know your way. So, once more, to all my brothers and my sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, in the 4 corners of the earth, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and until the next time.